program. Please allow me to highlight what JSF is all about. JSF, Jansankhya Samadhan Foundation, if we translate in English, it says Population Solution Foundation. It is a national organization and the advocate for the population control, as we all know how we have surpassed China's population by rapidly increasing the Indian population, which is a threat for the future. So it will be a brief statement about JSF and today's program.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Stonehenge family here. Well, it's another day, another program, and you can see a lot of hosts over here, dignitaries, and I'm really grateful to see our friend Dr. Roland here, along with his colleagues and the Gamburas, not forgetting our president, Tsasapi Santam, who is also the JSF, the main backbone of Nagaland. He has brought along all his team and the chairman over here and the media fraternity, and not forgetting the children in the back who are here to listen to what it's all about, and also the mentors here. Well, I just reached this morning all the way from Arunachal. I have been on a 10 days long journey from west to east. I have touched about 12 districts, and last time I had touched about a bit lesser than that, but I would say that I have covered the whole of Arunachal, and it was a pleasant moment for me to have gone across and seen such a lovely place. Well, life is always a challenge, and we know that today is another challenge that we're facing. That is about the Population Day, the world which we are observing. We can see that in every aspect, wherever, when we look at the globe, when we look at our planet, when we look at our solar system, it is the human being which is creating the most nuisance, I would say that. So we have to actually realize where we are and what we are doing. We want to explode the population, but we are curbing all the plant kingdom and animal kingdom. On the other hand, we hunt them down, we shoot them down, we destroy the nature and everything, environment, which is actually a very sad part. We just want to be on our greed level and not doing justice. So I feel that today's chapter, which JSF has come up with, is a wonderful opportunity for all to understand and to be aware to where we are right now. And when it comes to world population, not even 3 decades back, the world population in the world was only 5 billion. Now we have become 8 billion. 3 billion increase in 3 decades. Imagine what's going to happen. And we are far more the largest population, China and India. We need to awaken to see whether we can cope up with this population explosion. I would say that. Well, Secretary General Antonio had already remarked, our society is in our hand and it's up to us how to shape it. Very well said, the United Nations Secretary General. Our future is in our hand, it is up to us how to shape it. Are we shaping it well, or are we only for our greed standing here? In that aspect, again, Mahatma Gandhi said very well, the world has enough for everybody's need, but not for everybody's greed. The greed has set in so deep that we have forgotten humanity. We have forgotten humanity in a level that we don't bother who the others are. We are only self-centered, I would say that. We are only thinking for ourselves. We are not bothered for anybody. The greed has set in so deep where we need to actually acknowledge. The young students at the back, I guess when you grow up, it is a time for you to awaken. And well, our generation will try our best to make it a better future for you. But obviously, you on the other hand should make it even better, I would say that. The greed of many leaders have made this turmoil, I would say that. The policy making has not been good, I would say, in many ways. China had tried to curb the population by saying 1 child, 1 family, 1 child. And it was very much successful. Since it was successful, now they have liberalized to have 2 kids. I remember when we were very small, we had Hum Do Hamara Do. There was a very famous poster that used to be there. No? But that was just not implemented, probably just for the sake of saying that we need to have lesser child so that the population we don't have much booming. And I feel that JSF has been the forerunner in this way, that we would love the world to know and India to know that we need to have population control. But if you look at the other aspect, minorities, let us look into the Northeast state, where we are bare minimum, I would say, we are very less in population. They have another standard set for that. They have mentioned that the Northeast state should be exempted from that because we are still underpopulated. So for us, it is not a problem, I would say that, which they have really fine-tuned and said it in a good way. But the places where it is overpopulated, I think there need to be a limitation of family planning, because Janasankhya Sanatan actually means population control. On the other hand, in English it may be said as family planning. So that's the right word in English, I would feel that. So we need to understand that family planning is important, but not to the extinction of being the minorities, I would say that. So we have to think really rationally out here. We have to think that what is good for everybody. The greed should not be for the masses, majority, the survival of the, the power where there used to be the survival of the fittest, right? It should not be that level, but it should be equitable. Everybody should have that kind of a right proposal and explanation that we all survive in a good way. Northeast has been very well in many aspects, and that is especially regarding the flora and fauna. We have been contributing a lot to the society in many aspects because it has, I would say in other ways, we are the breathing lungs for India because of the greenery. And I say that we also are less populated, very, very fine, thin populated, I would say that, thinly populated. So we need to understand that even JSA has clearly mentioned again, as I said, we have to think in a very good way. So today's program, I would say that to the children, especially at the back, that we need to understand that population explosion is coming in very, very massively. Imagine 30 years and 3 billion rise. If you look at the other way, like every 10 years, 1 billion rise. What's going to happen in another 2050? As it is, everything is getting scarce. Land is getting scarce. I mean, even the animals is getting run down because of many aspects, jungle cutting, everything, deforestation. So where are we going to survive at the end? So we have to really acknowledge in that aspect. And maybe some are having 10, 20 kids because of mass marriage, probably that also could be checked because it has been very mentioned very well also in that aspect that everybody should be looking for others' goodness. So here, the GFC, I would like to thank all of you that you are doing a wonderful work, and it should be implemented in a way that it should help everybody. So the JSF, along with many advisors, I would say patron, I would say that our MPs in the assembly, it should also be passed and it should be put forward in the cabinet, in the union also, to make people aware that the population explosion is very serious, especially in India. I think we'll be number one, and I think we are already number one. Okay, I think we need to think about hum do, hamara do, or how it's going to be, or hum sab, and everybody is been run down by many difficult moments, at the end, because we are not having enough resources to keep us standing there firmly. So I feel that JSF, you're doing a wonderful work. I would like to praise all of us, the members over here, and you have brought limelight to a small state like Nagaland, but I think the small humble beginning could be a good one for others to understand and to recall how seriously we are talking about. And today was the right moment, the right day, the population day, where it could have been actually spoken about what GFC is all about. So thank you very much, and I welcome all of you, especially those who have come here and welcome to the humble abode. And may you enjoy and may you understand as what JFC has got in many down pipe the line. And there will be many speakers, good speakers, and good members have come. They will highlight more about that. Okay, thank you very much.
Nagaland should be exempted, and we should be fighting for, exemption from the legislation, where two-child norm policy should not affect us, or we should be exempted from two-child policy norms. We should be a part of this program altogether. Anyway, having said that, I am very thankful to Dr. Andrew Abdo for immediately, giving us this hall, making this hall available to all of us to have this program. He was also a patron, but I had to highlight about the JSF, and he was, I'm also a patron. So he was so kind, and he has spoken very well this morning, this afternoon. I'm a little bit confused because I wake up late, so I'm very sorry. So when it comes to helping people, when it comes to doing good work, he is second to none. So he was in Arunachal for a long time, but then when he was asked whether he could provide us this program, he really was so kind, very magnanimous in allowing to conduct this program and also be a part of our program. So thank you very much, sir, for your presence and allowing us to have this meeting. Well, as we know that Nagaland contribution to national population is paltry 0.16. So when the national population is increasing by 0.98 a year, for a decade, say 2011 to 2021, the increase in population is about 141 crore. UP alone contributes 23 crore in a decade. Our state population is only 19,78,502. So, when the national population is increasing in manifold, our contribution to national population is 0.58. So, which is absolutely, negative. So, when the nation adopts a policy of two-child policy norms, Nagaland government should be proactive in ensuring that not only Nagaland, but Northeast states should be exempted from two-child policy norms. I don't know who to take this, but I'll drink it. So, as we know, Indian population is increasing by manifold. Now our population stands at 144 crore, which is huge. And if at this rate the population continues to explode, then there will be ecological imbalance. Therefore, it is indeed alarming, and all the government, and particularly India, which is the highest population country in the world, followed by China, United States, and Indonesia. So, what we have to do as a concerned citizen, we all should understand that Nagaland is lagging behind in terms of population, explosion, in terms of growth in population. So our JSF, as an advisor, I was advising them that the parliamentarians, the ministers, the legislators should also be involved in ensuring that we should be exempted from two-child policy norms. Because at the cost of population control, the minority cannot extinct. And therefore, it is paramount responsibility of all the right-thinking citizens of Nagaland and the northeastern states to ensure that we remain unified and one voice, apprise the state government, the central government, courtesy the state government, that our voice should be heard at the center, that two-child policy norms should be exempted from the policing, from the legislation. Otherwise, Naga community will extinct, and for that matter, the Northeast. I have nothing much to say, but for all those who are working tirelessly for the JSF, thank you very much. You are like a candle burning up to give light in the darkness. That is leadership. So they are doing a thankless job. And therefore, I am gratified, I am very grateful to you, and I implore you to continue with your good work. And as you continue to do good work, we all will support you. God bless us all. Thank you.
Here, since my speech is short speech, so I'd like to say very few points. Very important point is that the global population is currently estimated to be 7.9 billion and is projected to grow to 8.5 billion by 2030 and 10.9 billion by 2100. This rapid growth places a strain of resources and the environment. That is, in short, that is a very, very important point for me. This is why World Population Day promotes initiatives that address these challenges. So now I would like to say about, I would like to highlight about JSF, Nagaland State Unit. I think it will be good. We are lucky to have two of our GP from GP Association, I hope, not GP Association, 2+1, two GPs and advisor now, our brother. Very, very special case, our special case from GP Association, Combat Association. I think I would like to share, say 50-50. 50% Naganese and 50% English. See, most of the people doesn't understand. They're asking us, what is JSF? And what are the policy of JSF, like that. Manokan Pishi Hute, JSF to key as a local leader. To key Kure. Aro to key Latuka president association of high JSF president, KSA, likely KSA, and even likely to two-child policy, Baja Twitter has a fancy like that now. We have come across. This JSF Jansankhya Samanthan Foundation, it is Hindi as or in English as our veterans already right said. It is two-child policy day, national level to the bill pass rule as because in 2016 we have this means that national JSF have already submitted to the Honorable Prime Minister of India memorandum to serial number 1-11 issue. Or serial number 1B, 1, 2, 3, inaga yes. On 11 July 22, the National JSF has submitted a memorandum which advocates for two-child policy in 11-point article, which in short states that there should be a compulsory two children per family, and failure to do so would lead to serious actions, including imprisonment of the parents and removed from government service. To the Pajahi Hopalaya All India Day. যদি দুইটা বাচ্চা হওয়া after 3 issue হইছে বলে বাবা মা তো গভর্নমেন্ট সার্ভিস ফ্যাসিলিটি হাতে দিব আর 2 সাল জেল হানি বলেছে itu কারা হুকুম আছে itu especially our youth students can be itu kisi mundir da program itu awareness karna sharing now suppose two child you have every right, voting right to say government facility support. But she itu to hole, baba mami salai kashe, jelly khabo, aur itu baca to no birth certificate, no voting right. But that is another triple punishment. Itu hole. That bill is very fast hole as a parliament. But we are noticing this, and then tribals, to minority way. It you come to hole, hours done. To our demand to hole, itu la bill for exemption hobo lage quite. Kile why? We are also Indian, right? But then why? Because American Nagaland state, hardly American total population more than 20 lakhs of over 20 to 30 lakhs. Whereas if you go to UP, American Nagaland state population, the district show. After crossing this Guwahati, from Guwahati, population to think Hollywood is not. Non-local demand overpopulated the same. Whereas Amakan Italy, Amakan voters can't be one committee, right? Mati man Vishasa, Ahan Holiday, Mun Palasa. So we cannot compare. Educationally, economically, everything, American Italy is population demand from tourism. Several detailed position. Itu kami, please think that itu bill to hole. I think this year move hobo pare. So itu American JSF laga state president and member kan itu lakam hoy. That is not our law, nor our problem. Now. JSF Laga State Unit set up to Ingrase. Our chief veteran is Madam Hamrong Konya, MP Rajya Sabha. And Minister Along is our veteran. Chingam Konya advisor is our veteran. Then Achambembo MLA, and then Imol MLA, honorable MLAs, and we can veteran. Then our most respected our Tatar and Tuti, and then BJP City Benjamin. And then our advisors here, three advisors are there. To Exempted Yadase, our Tatar Rogi. Then we have our own legal advisors also, 3 legal advisors. We have our social media team, and then we have our coordinators also, even Delhi-based, Nagaland State, Delhi-based, 3 coordinators are there, 1 national executive member and then legal advisor also. Now, if something goes wrong legally, I'm going to read this. And then, this JSF is purely non-political and non-religion organization. MBF lava PJB lava Congress lava padano yati political etum veteran well educated intellectuals and political veteran kind of say. Because and then this is for your kind of information only. Our newly elected MP, Raja Lok Sabha MP Tarbi Ta Higan Chile. We will invite him as our veteran because Parliament dari American Party population. Lok Sabha de, Rajya Sabha de Madam Thamogra population. Then Nagaland Assembly de hole charter to the minister MLA you can population. Then itu yati veterans, American veterans and then the advisors itu come to before this Parliament section. Now Assembly section de police invader American to population control to hole exemption population going police invader to at close door meeting going on behalf of American Nagaland population nanti close door police invader itu kan I think more money go itu last one important data say I think I've experienced a lot within 2 years. Most of our educated intellectuals and responsible leaders have said that the northeastern states and the tribal population has already been exempted from the two-child policy. In a way, exemption exempted but since the bill has not been passed officially, bill pass one hai to whom to say how it comes, itu confusion banaya sete. Itu kan I think American instead of confusing each other. I, on behalf of the state JSF Nagaland unit, humble appeal to everyone to continue standing strong in unity, to voice out our point for exemption. I think with this few words, I conclude my short speech, and I once again thank you